Star Wars Outlaws got revealed a few days ago at the Xbox Games Showcase with 10 minutes of epic gameplay released the day after at the Ubisoft Forward event. Now I personally think that the game looks absolutely incredible for a number of reasons, and I'll discuss them in a future video, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel for that. But one of the things that's really got on my nerves is the number of male users on social media complaining about the fact that we have to play as a female character. Now, quick sidetrack, there are a few other comments saying that they wished the character was an alien species, and to be fair, I don't necessarily disagree with that entirely. So Kay Vess, the human female in which we play in Star Wars Outlaws, seems to be a really interesting and fun character, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her story develop. However, every Star Wars game that has released with a single player story in the last 10 years has been human lead characters, and I totally understand that they are the biggest species in the galaxy, but Star Wars is rich with different species, so it would be really fun to actually be able to play as one in a future game as a lead character. But that's not the point of this video. The point is, a vocal minority of men are crying over the fact that we are playing as a female character, and the sad reality is that many of us knew this was going to happen as soon as we saw her in the trailer, and it really does need to stop. I know I and many others could just ignore the fact that this is happening, but that really doesn't solve the problem, and I appreciate that this video won't either, but I do find it incredibly frustrating to see fellow males act as whiny children, despite the fact that Star Wars has had tons of male leads in recent times. Looking at 2023 alone, we're not even halfway through the year, and The Bad Batch Season 2, for example, has 5 male leads and 1 female. The Mandalorian Season 3, Din Djarin is the lead character and he's male. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is a huge sequel to Fallen Order, is a game with a male lead as well. As for recent Star Wars games, we obviously got Battlefront 2, which was a female lead, and then there was Fallen Order and Survivor, which are obviously both male led with Cal Kestis, and then there was Squadrons, where you could actually create your own characters. To be fair, and the cast for that was actually really well diverse, so I thought that was really nice to see, and they did a really good job with that. But Battlefront 2's campaign was also quite small in comparison to the Jedi games, so I really don't see why having a female lead is such a problem for some people in what is seemingly going to be a much bigger game than Jedi Survivor. Also, if you look at the scoundrel side of things within Star Wars anyway, it's a very male-dominated industry from what we've seen, so I actually think it'll be a really fun breath of fresh air to get a female story in this criminal underworld scene. I think another really big point to make is that this kind of representation in games is hugely impactful. Obviously it's not going to make an impact on everyone, and it probably won't make an impact on myself, but a really good example is that if there's a young person that plays this game, or at least watches playthroughs of it on YouTube, if they see themselves in Kay, that can make a huge difference to their lives. It may make them feel more confident in themselves, or have the courage to go and do things that are outside of their comfort zones, and God knows what else. I appreciate this is hugely different to the content that I usually make, but I felt that it was worth discussing, and hopefully you found it insightful or helpful in some way. The discussion behind this is obviously so much deeper and bigger than what I've gone over in this short video, but I thought it was worth voicing my frustrations. Now, if you are someone who's complained about the fact that we have to play as a female character, then I really do hope you've given some thought to your actions, and if you stand by that, then I really hope you never watch my content again, because I really can't be bothered to deal with any toxicity in my community. Now obviously there's a slightly different discussion to this, which is obviously where you want to be able to create your own character, and for that I totally understand, but there genuinely have been a lot of people just straight up being misogynistic on social media, which really isn't necessary. I personally am really excited for Star Wars Outlaws, and I will be covering the game extensively over the next few weeks in particular, and of course when we get more news I will always be sure to let you know. That is going to be it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.